In this showcase, we're going to be looking at my custom DC Comics Power Girl. This is a custom I want to make for a while. I just was waiting for the right base. Always been a big fan of Power Girl, the character, and I want to do the character justice. It all started out with getting this head. This head actually come from a DC Direct figure where Supergirl and Power Girl wearing Apocalyptic power armor, and these were the alternate heads. I got the unmasked Power Girl head and unmasked Supergirl head. I always liked that head sculpt. Such a great head sculpt, and the eyes were always painted really well on that head. That's the only thing I didn't repaint on this head was the eyes. The flesh tone by default was super pale, so I wanted to do a full repaint on the head, just minus the eyes, because I thought this was so well done. For the longest time, I thought that head was actually the head that came on the Infinite Crisis Power Girl. But they're actually two different head sculpts. I thought they were the same for the longest time. Never did really look at them that close. They're similar, but it's definitely different head sculpts. You can see the hair pieces. That's a separation line between the ear, and the ear is actually part of the sculpt from the hair on the back part of the hair, and the front part of the hair is glued on. With Power Girl, we've had some good figures in the past, just either they're not muscular enough or lacking articulation. So getting a good body was to do a Marvel Legends scale style figure for Power Girl was a must. And that came in with the new updated Moonstone body. We got the arms that Power Girl really needs. We got the bicep swivel, double joint elbows, plus they're very muscular arms. You got big triceps, big biceps. Worked out great for Power Girl. Like I've always liked the sculpt on this figure here for the Infinite Crisis Power Girl, but she's lacking articulation. The DCUC figure, which has more articulation, but I always thought she was awful small, kind of scrawny to be Power Girl. And it's not to say that she was a skinny figure in the line. They just made their female figures a bit smaller in DCUC. She was actually one of the bigger females in the line. The torso I got from Multiverse Customs. Makes 3D printed female torsos. I got this from him. I did a bit of modifications to it to get to work with the Moonstone body really well. When I got it, it had a lip down on the bottom of the torso. I'll pull it off here. It had a large lip on the bottom. I wanted to make it fit the contours of the body really cleanly. I dremeled out the bottom, installed some O-rings, make it easier to install on the torso. Same with the shoulders. I reshaped the top of the torso a bit, the tapered in, and put O-rings into the arm sockets to allow the Moonstone arms to fit properly. On the neck, actually removed the entire neck on the Multiverse torso and grafted on a Eternal Circe neck. That way I can do a double ball peg. Put all this back together. Snaps nice and firm. Everything's good and firm. Everything articulates really well. With the Moonstone body, I did have to do some modifications to it to get it nice and clean. All the Moonstone bodies, the hips, have this really ugly burr. Protrusion, burr on the sides, on both sides. I smooth those down. Smooth all the costume seams down. Sanded all the seams off the legs. As you notice too, after got everything done, I smoothed up and cleaned up the peg holes. Sculpted over top of those. And I modified the ankles. By default, the Moonstone ankles are too thick. This little piece protrudes out. That needs to be sanded down. That little nub there. If not, that's what you get. It collides with that. And you're not going to get any up motion on the boots. So I shave those down on the boots. The boot cuffs and the glove cuffs actually come from the DCUC Classics Power Girl, along with the belt. I cut those off the DCUC figure, hollowed them out, and I notched the legs and the forearms where I could slide them in and lock them in place, where I actually have the nice sculpted boots. And same with the belt. It's a flat disc in between the torso, so I actually hollowed it out where it's a floating piece now. You can slide onto the torso. You can slide it down and have it lock in place. And I was able to get the boots and the gloves on. Nice look on that. Now for the hands, I actually have an assortment of hands. I did not use the Moonstone hands. I always felt these hands seem awful big, especially for a female character. I use the hands from Spinneret and Shriek. So I have an assortment of hands for Power Girl. I got the 2 fist hands from Spinneret. And I have these 2 open splay hands from Spinneret. I have 2 other style pose hands from Shriek. And I have 2 grip hands from Shriek. So I can do different hands for different looks, for displays. We're all the same scale. They look properly when you interchange them out. The finishing touch on this was the wired cape I got from Harker Customs. Thank you again, my friend. This is a nice, really nice puzzle piece. Once you go to a wired flexible cape, you just can't go back. These things just add so much personality to a figure. Harker sent me a few other goodies with cape wise, and you'll be seeing soon. I got cape for One Punch Man, new jacket for Mindbender, a few other little projects I worked on. And since I have her here, let's go ahead and just check her out scale wise. Here we have her with Bucky Cap, Falcon. I think that's a good scale for Power Girl. She's always been shown to be bigger than, more muscular than Supergirl. Here we have her for Donor Figure, Moonstone, and Elektra. Here we have the new Captain America and Iron Man. Here we have her with Loose Collector's Lady Death and a Cobra Bat. All in all, I'd say I'm really happy with how this custom turned out. Just great body parts for Power Girl. The torso was basically a must purchase to get this thing. It's really completes the look for the character. With the torso, I did do some modifications to make it fit my needs with it better. Replacing the neck, trimming down some of it, and reshaping a little bit. Work with the new Moonstone parts better. So he designed these things before the new arms came out. And with the addition of the neck too, so much better than, because the original neck, for these Multiverse customs at the time, only had like a little round nub at the top, so you were kind of limited in articulation. But now I got plenty articulation, tilt, look up and down, side to side, really well. Anyway, thank you for taking the time to watch the video. Remember, like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll catch y'all next time.